Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight on our news.
DNA leader Mccartney resigns his Senate post. That story straight ahead.
The opposition leader responds to McCartney's shocking resignation.
Attorney Code Smith says he will still campaign in St. Barnabas, but just not for the PLP. The story coming up.
4 persons face major drug charges in the magistrate's court. That story is coming up straight ahead.
Welcome to our news and thanks for joining us. I'm Christina McNeil. Topping news tonight, Democratic National Alliance leader Mccartney resigned from the Senate today, less than 3 months after he was appointed leader of opposition business. McCartney, who was appointed by leader of the official opposition, Loretta Butler Turner, accused the Long Island MP of sowing seeds of confusion and creating chaos, something he says has harmed the DNA's brand. Jasmine Brown has the details in this report. Jasmine?
That's right, Christina. McCartney says he's decided to cut ties with Butler Turner due to the ongoing confusion surrounding their alliance.
The leader of the official opposition has, unfortunately, only sown seeds of confusion since assuming her post, bringing no real leadership or focused ideas to the fore. As the leader of the DNA, in consultation with the executives of the DNA party, I feel that we must now divest ourselves of the farce that has become the official opposition and fully direct our efforts to securing victory in the next general election.
McCartney accepted the Senate appointment last December. His appointment was one of the first moves by Butler Turner, who was sworn in as leader of the official opposition after she and 6 other F&M MPs ousted Dr. Hubert Minnis. According to McCartney, he had accepted the Senate appointment with the understanding that the DNA was separate from any other opposition force, but would lend its voice, ideas, and strengthen opposition to what he termed the failures of the Christie administration.
And we've maintained that from the beginning, the DNA went in, or the leader of the DNA went into the Senate as the leader of the DNA, and it was our intention from day one to put forward our policies.
The recent discord between Butler Turner and McCartney have been apparent, with Butler Turner accusing McCartney of throwing her under the bus. McCartney then fired back, insisting that she would ask for his resignation if she truly felt that way. McCartney says the public back and forth has not been good for his party.
The concern comes with the distraction that has been levied as a result of the leader of the opposition, what is being said by her, the concern with regards to where the DNA stands politically, whether the DNA was a part of a team or otherwise.
When asked if he regrets taking the Senate post, McCartney said no.
It was an honor to once again represent the Bahamian people, however briefly, but it is clear the Bahamian people would be better served by DNA not complicit in the dysfunction that hobbles Parliament at this time.
Now, McCartney says with this matter now behind him, he and the DNA will be forging ahead as they prepare for the next general election. Reporting from the Senate for our news, I'm Jasmine Brown. Christina.
Thanks, Jasmine. Well, Butler Turner wasted no time announcing McCartney's replacement as leader of opposition business in the Senate. In a statement issued this afternoon, Butler Turner said she has advised Governor General Dame Marguerite Pindling to appoint Senator Monique Gomez as the new leader of opposition business in the upper chamber. Butler Turner said she is grateful to Senator Gomez for accepting her invitation to serve in this capacity, and she has every confidence that she will continue to serve the country well. As for McCartney's resignation, the opposition leader offered few words, saying, "Today I have accepted the resignation of Senator William B. McCartney. I thank Mr. McCartney for his willingness to serve in the upper chamber. I wish him well in his future political endeavors." During an interview set to air tonight on new TV show On the Record, the opposition leader explains why she offered the Senate post to McCartney.
you mentioned making Mr. McCartney leader in the Senate. I thought that was important. We felt that it clearly demonstrated that we were committed to an alliance. We were committed to working together. We were committed to removing the PLP.
Butler Turner revealed that she had actually invited 2 members of the F&M to serve in the Senate in addition to Monique Gomez, but they turned her down.
There are persons in the F&M that were also offered Senate seats, 2 of whom said no. One said, I've been ratified, I'm not interested. Another one said, no, not at this time, I'm not interested.
McCartney's former colleagues in the Senate also reacted to his resignation. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Allison Maynard Gibson, says McCartney has shown his worth as a public figure, but she believes his move is a glaring example of the discord among the opposition forces.
I'm a little surprised that the leader of the opposition would have offended 2 leaders of political parties in such a short period of time. And I would say that I think that right-thinking people could be deeply concerned about the disarray in the opposition and wonder. I've heard people, I've been in circles, I'm sure you have as well, where people have expressed deep concern about the disarray in the opposition.
Opposition Senators Monique Gomez and Jude Knowles say they were blindsided by McCartney's move.
It's very disheartening because we just came into the Senate and he was the opposition leader in the Senate. At least he should let us know on Friday, or called us a day prior, because we coming here, we took us by surprise because the Senate had already started and he didn't make no announcement to me. I think it's very bad.
I'm not going to say exactly what my thoughts are right now. I'm still processing the information.
Meanwhile, outspoken activist and controversial Senator Rodney Monker accused McCartney of betraying Butler Turner.
I hate men who blame their personal, economic, and political problems on women. He's just mismanaged his political opportunities. He had it twice, you know. In 2012, he had a powerful political opportunity and he mismanaged it. Loretta gave him a wonderful opportunity and he has mismanaged it. He's thrown her under the bus. He is politically ungrateful, and it is my prayer that he will lose in Bamboo Town. Branwell McCartney has abandoned us. He's like a father who's abandoned his children.
In other news, days after he claimed he was snubbed by the Progressive Liberal Party for its St. Barnabas nomination, attorney Code Smith says he will continue to campaign in the new constituency, but not for the PLP or even as an independent. Smith told reporters today that while he is disappointed in the party's decision to choose another candidate, he will not neglect the area he hopes to represent one day. Here's Kyle Joaquin.
Attorney Code Smith says he's still a member of the PLP, but when it comes to the area of St. Barnabas and campaigning in that area, he won't be doing it for that party's candidate.
No, that is the long and short of it. I won't. Because now that I am in the position that I'm in, you now will see Code Smith, not aligned with any political organization.
Cheryl Bazard will not be getting the support of former PLP MP Code Smith as she campaigns on the PLP's ticket for St. Barnabas. The former senator was chosen over Smith and ratified last week, a decision the attorney says he now has to live with, but will not support. Earlier this week, PLP Chairman Bradley Roberts said Smith's reaction to Bazard's nomination was a matter of ego. Smith responded, asserting things in the PLP have changed.
The organization that I became a part of on the front line made me join because of that altruistic, people-first kind of attitude. And at the end of the day, if it is that I missed something, I stand corrected and I apologize to all and sundry. But I just do not know how I could be convinced that the people who I've been speaking with, that their views have in fact been heard by the candidates who advanced themselves for this seat.
Smith, who served as a PLP MP for Mount Moriah from 2002 to 2007, said it's not about becoming a candidate because he can still make a contribution to the community. Now, as for rumors of him running as an independent, Smith says it doesn't make any sense.
This is not about Code Smith wanting to go in Parliament. I've been there, done that, so the young people say. And there is nothing big about it. And in fact, when you're on the backbench, and if I'm an independent candidate in Parliament, what can I achieve through the governing party?
Smith made no mention of joining another political party, insisting his goal is to ensure the people of his area are taken care of.
Whether you're in Parliament, where you make laws, or if you are, as I've been for years, an activist, you will make it happen. And so at the end of the day, this is not me saying I will run, because running or not running is neither here nor there. People need help, people need guidance, and they need support. And so, yes, a lot of people are thinking in terms of running, but Code Smith existed long before 2002 when he went into Parliament, and will be existing even long afterwards.
Reporting for our news, I'm Kyle Joaquin.
In news from the courts, a 40-year-old man was charged and sentenced in the magistrate's court today in connection with a major drug bust in Boatswain Hill, Carmichael. Giorgio Bain has the details.
A matter involving over 600 pounds of marijuana being located in a home in western New Providence was brought before the magistrate's court today, involving 3 men and 1 woman. 31-year-old Rinton Nadam in the gray shirt and 31-year-old Rajanair Bahari, both of Suriname, were arraigned on drug-related charges along with Bahamian nationals 40-year-old Tico Brown of Boatswain Hill and his girlfriend 38-year-old Kathy Major. The 4 were charged with 2 counts of possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply and 2 counts of conspiracy to possess dangerous drugs with the intent to supply. On all 4 charges, Tico Brown pled guilty, while the other 3 defendants entered a not guilty plea. According to court documents, on Sunday, February 26, police executed a search warrant of Brown's home in Boatswain Hill, Carmichael Road. When officers arrived, they met Brown standing in his driveway next to a vehicle. Police reportedly presented Brown with a search warrant before searching the vehicle, where they discovered 5 pounds of suspected Indian hemp. The court was told that police then entered the home of Brown and found his girlfriend inside. Officers asked Brown if there were drugs in the home, and he responded no. A search of the home turned up empty. However, Brown allegedly informed police that drugs were in the apartment adjacent to his home. He reportedly led police officers into the apartment, where they discovered 20 crocus sacks containing suspected marijuana. Brown was taken into custody, and the drugs were confiscated by the Drug Enforcement Unit. The 633 pounds of suspected marijuana found in the apartment were said to have a street value of $633,000, while the 5 pounds suspected Indian hemp discovered in the vehicle are believed to have a street value of $5,000. $5,576 was also allegedly confiscated from the home believed to be illegal proceeds of drug transactions. Brown, a taxi driver and father of 2 with no prior convictions, asked the court for lenience. Magistrate Andrew Forbes acknowledged that Brown had no prior convictions, but said he has to consider that such a large quantity of drugs, other dangerous crimes are usually involved that can result in the loss of life. Forbes handed down a 3-year sentence on all 4 counts to be served concurrently, as well as a $50,000 fine. Charges were dropped for the other 3 defendants. Reporting for our news, I'm Giorgio Bain.
Still to come on our news, the FNM prepares to ratify its remaining candidates, plus what you need to know about voters' card distribution. That's coming up when our news returns.